little boy owl. He was 8 months old, which in human years would be somewhat similar to. No, wait, let's see, he was maybe 2.5 years old, which in human years is somewhat similar to a 8-year-old boy. Not much older than you. And he loved to explore, but he really didn't like to hunt more. He thought hunting was too much trouble, too much work, and instead he preferred to just find food somewhere else. So he would focus more on eating some insects that were easy to catch, seeds, berries, perhaps a little squirrel or a mouse every now and then, but only if it was very, very easy. He didn't like to hunt much. Well, one day he started observing the forest perched atop of a branch, and he saw something very curious. He saw some raccoons eating from a large, large container that didn't smell so good. And he was curious because he couldn't understand why the raccoons would be there so frequently and what they would get out of it. So one day, when the raccoons were not there, he decided to go and investigate. And just as he was investigating this, a lady came out of her house, and dumped a bunch of food in there, which was sushi. But this was not good sushi. She was dumping it for a reason. This sushi had been left out there for a little bit. It still wasn't so terribly bad, but anyways, let's say that a human wouldn't eat it. But Ali was very hungry that day. He had not hunted in a week, and he was growing tired of berries and flowers and a little insect. And so he said, well, what's the worst that can happen? I'll just have some of this funny smelling thing that may or may not be food. And he ate a lot of sushi. When we went back home, his dad was like, so son, how was the hunt today? Oh, the hunt, said Owly. Oh, well, great, because I hunt so much that I'm full. Yeah, I ate so much. Oh, finally, my boy, said the dad. What did you eat today? And Owly said, smells like fish, said the dad. Oh, yeah, I was, in the pond, and wait a moment, you caught a fish? That's one of the hardest things to catch. You didn't go in the water, right? The dad said as he inspected the feathers of Owly to see if he was wet. Oh, no, no, Dad, no, no. What's that smell? Said the dad. Oh, that, a raccoon pooped on me. Yeah, pooped on you. How can a raccoon poop on you? You're supposed to be up in a tree. The raccoon's supposed to be down there. How does a raccoon get on top of you to poop on you? That makes no sense. What have you been up to? Okay, Dad, I'm sorry, I can't lie to you. I went to the place where the raccoons go. What? You went into the trash? I don't know what that's called, but there's food in there. Owly, we're not supposed to eat of that food. We're owls. That's really bad food for us. We're not pandas. But it was so delicious. Oh, my belly. Oh, I don't feel too well. And so it was that the Owlie started getting belly aches. And then he started having diarrhea. And then he even started vomiting. Ew! And then he felt so sick and so bad that for 3 days and 3 nights, their parents even had to go get him water because he couldn't even fly to the pond. It was the worst experience of his life. He never, ever wanted to do it again. And so he vowed not to ever go into the trash ever again. Well, many years passed. The Owlie was now a big boy, and he was flying all by himself, far, far away from where he grew up as a kid, when suddenly he saw what looked like a restaurant, and he thought, I've seen seagulls snatch food from people. What's the worst that could happen? It can't be harder than hunting. I'll give this a try. And so he flew down into the plate and landed on the table. The people that were eating started looking at Owly, taking pictures of Owly. Owly had no clue what he was doing. Maybe I'm gonna walk a little bit closer to your plate. Please don't kill me. I'm just a birdie. Oh, what's that thing over there? Look, it's like the moon or the... And he snatched a piece of sushi from the plate and took off flying fast. He was like a ninja owl. He was so scared, but he did it. He couldn't believe it. Well, he landed on the top of the roof of the house and started eating. But suddenly, he remembered all those years back. It was the same food. It was sushi. Oh no, the horror. This would be terrible. Days and night without being able to get out of the bathroom branch of the tree. And so he knew what he had to do. He went to get water, and he took the water all the way to the top of a tree, and he perched himself there and waited for the worst. And he kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, but nothing happened. In fact, it felt great. This sushi was not stale, old, moldy, and past its good days. This was really good sushi. And so, the next day, he decided to go back and try it all over again. But this time there was different types of sushis. And every day there was different sushis. And so, the restaurant owner, noticing that such a rare bird was visiting a sushi restaurant, decided to make him a special type of sushi for Owly. And so he would put a plate with 2 pieces of sushi made specially for Owly on a plate that was on the top of a pole, higher than all the people eating, but where the people could see him. And so he became the attraction of the restaurant. And he even changed the name of the restaurant to the Owly Sushi. And people would come from all over the country to eat sushi and be entertained by Owly the bird that would come and eat sushi in front of the rest. And everybody swore by that sushi. They said that it was the best sushi ever, because if an owl will eat it, it means that it's very safe. And that's the story of the greatest sushi ever. The end. Thank you, Pequeña. Good night.